you get in? He owned this house. You don't own it. Get your and get out.
A Brooklyn man claims Buffalo police violated his constitutional rights. Video shows two officers kicking him off a property that he bought on the city auction. Good evening, everyone. Jackie is off tonight. A Buffalo police officer claims he still owns the house.
News 4's Kellen Gray joins us live to explain the dispute and how the police department is handling this. Kellen?
Well, Nalina, Don, Buffalo police tell me today the Internal Affairs Department has opened an investigation into the matter. Meanwhile, a notice of claim has been filed against the city, alleging civil rights violations by the officers involved. Now, the homeowner tells News 4 he wants to make sure this doesn't happen to anyone else. Mohammed Ismail bought this house at 369 Sherman on the Buffalo City auction in October. He plans to move his family here from Brooklyn.
Feel like, proud of that. This is my house.
He says he got the deed in January, then got a building permit and started working on the house this spring. On April 18th, he says he and a cousin were working on the roof.
Two officers show up. They screaming from outside.
The interaction that followed is now documented in a citizen's complaint Ismail filed the next day. He says he was harassed, and in the complaint says an officer claimed he owned the house and that he changed the locks. Ismail says that officer is Christopher Fields, the previous owner.
I have a deed, I have everything, and look, I have a work permit. I give it hand over to them. They don't want to, believe me.
Ismail says he was told not to come back and he could be arrested.
And I was very, nervous.
He says he left and went to City Hall the next day and confirmed it was his house.
Yes,
Ismail tells us he went back to the home a few days later to continue working on the roof when the female officer returned with another officer. Ismail's cousin recorded what happens next.
Did you not see the owner here the other day? You're trespassing. What don't you understand about that?
Okay, they told
If he comes here and he wants you locked up, you can go to jail. Okay. You don't have keys. He changed the locks. He told you that the other day. How did you get in the back of there?
He did it.
How did you get in the back of that house?
He did it illegally.
How did you get in the... He owned this house. You don't own it. Get out now. Go. Goodbye. Or I'm going to take you to jail.
Okay, I go home. No problem.
The next day, Ismail says he filed another complaint with the police department's Internal Affairs Office. The Erie County Director of Real Property Tax Services confirms to News 4 Ismail owns the home and not Officer Christopher Fields. We're told it was foreclosed upon because of unpaid sewer and city taxes. We confirmed through multiple city and county agencies that Ismail purchased the home at auction for $14,000, paying all back taxes as part of the sale.
Whatever hope I bring over here, that hope is missing.
On May 5th, Ismail's attorney, Rafael Gomez, filed a notice of claim with the city of Buffalo. It says his constitutional rights were violated and he was harassed, quote, without probable cause or reasonable good faith, he violated any laws. It goes on to say Officer Christopher Fields and the female officer, whose name has not been confirmed, quote, abused their authority under the color of state law. Now, we did reach out to Officer Fields through the Police Benevolent Association, the city, and on social media. We're told he's unable to comment because there is that active internal affairs investigation. Ismail's lawyer tells us Ismail will meet with the city's attorney to give a statement next week. Reporting live, Kellen Gray, News 4 at 6.